Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Tesla urges EPA to tighten US emissions targets. Tesla's price cuts nearly wipe out Autonomy subscription service. Tesla Cybertruck completed body-in-white image leaked. And Tesla warns Model 3 customers, federal tax credits likely reduced next year. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. Tesla is urging the EPA to tighten US emissions targets and accelerate the transition to electric vehicles. The company believes the agency is content with modest change at a time when it can get more environmentally friendly vehicles on the roads. The manufacturer wants the EPA to set significantly stricter emission reduction requirements for new vehicles than proposed in April. Back then, the EPA proposed new standards for the period from 2027 to 2032. It was intended to cut emissions by 56%. The agency estimated that by 2030, 60% of new cars will be electric and 67% by 2032. In fact, the EPA project goes beyond the Biden administration's goal of having 50% of sales come from electric vehicles by 2030. The EPA does not set annual sales quotas, but it can limit the pollution generated by the total number of vehicles sold by a manufacturer. The agency can set this limit in such a way that it can only be reached with a certain percentage of zero-emission vehicles. In a recent statement, Tesla is calling for a more stringent plan. The company wants to see more than 69% of electric vehicles by 2032. According to the company, the complete elimination of internal combustion engines for new cars in the US is quite realistic by 2030. According to Reuters, Tesla says the EPA's cost assumptions are far too high and are not supported by the record in that they do not fully consider the documented and projected rapid decline in battery cell and pack costs, as well the significant BEV range increases achieved through other efficiencies. The manufacturer would also like to see credits for cars with internal combustion engines abolished. To support its position, Tesla uses internal valuation. According to it, 28% of car sales will be zero-emission models in 2026. The company has criticized EPA estimates that Tesla vehicle sales are estimated at less than 100,000 vehicles a year. In fact, its 2022 US sales are already close to 500,000 vehicles. Meanwhile, the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, which includes automakers such as GM, Volkswagen, Toyota, Hyundai Motors, and others, is calling for a softening of the EPA proposal. It states that it is not achievable. Instead, the alliance recommends 40 to 50% electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids by 2030. Moving to the next update, Tesla's price cuts nearly wipe out Autonomy subscription service. Tesla's price cuts have helped the automaker find new customers and grow its sales throughout the US and other markets. But for companies that have made a business out of renting Teslas to customers on a subscription-based platform, it spells disaster. Autonomy, a company that has quickly become the Tesla of its respective sector, nearly became a victim of these price cuts. Scott Painter, CEO of Autonomy, has made Teslas and other electric vehicles available to people in a subscription, paying an upfront price and then a monthly rate that is more flexible than leasing and less expensive than a long-term rental. The fleet of Tesla vehicles Autonomy has accumulated over the past few years has a value, and when the price cuts that CEO Elon Musk and other executives decided upon took effect, that value diminished significantly. The price cuts affected Autonomy's business so much that it went through a forbearance process to gain $12 million in new capital and shrunk its workforce significantly from 120 to 45. Painter and Autonomy initially planned to have 23,000 EVs ordered, as goals announced last year were pushed aside due to the depreciation of its fleet. Autonomy has 1,300 cars currently and will need roughly 1,700 more to break even, Painter said. This will require $20 million more in funding, which will likely unlock $100 million in borrowing capacity. Autonomy continues to expand into new markets, making its subscription service available to customers across the US. Moving to the next update, Tesla Cybertruck completed body-in-white image leaked. An image reportedly taken from Gigafactory Texas has revealed what appears to be Cybertruck body-in-whites. The state of the body-in-whites in the photo suggests that Gigafactory Texas is closing in on the initial production of the all-electric pickup truck. The leaked image was shared by the Cybertruck Owners Club, where it attracted a good amount of attention from the forum's users. Several observations were noted from the leaked image, mainly the fact that the units seem to be completed body-in-whites, with all their castings and stampings. From this, one could see some classic Tesla flourishes on the vehicle. The use of megacasts is evident in the leaked image, particularly on the front and rear of the body in white. As observed by some Tesla enthusiasts, the Cybertruck's completed body in white does not seem to adopt the much-anticipated exoskeleton design that the company highlighted during the vehicle's unveiling back in 2019. Its use of megacasts, however, suggests that the Cybertruck can still be built with some serious volume in mind. Perhaps most interesting about the recently leaked image is just how much more refined the completed body in whites looked, at least compared to an earlier leak from back in December. At the time, a leaked image of the Cybertruck at Giga Texas was posted online, which provided a quick glimpse at the all-electric pickup truck's rear megacast. Based on comments from veteran Tesla teardown veteran Sandy Monroe, the leak from December actually featured a megacast that was very much still a prototype. The automotive veteran noted that the megacast in the leaked image was made with several welded parts that are made through lost foam casting, which is great for prototypes. This does not seem to be the case with the recently shared photos of the Cybertruck body in whites from Giga Texas. Moving to the last update, Tesla warns Model 3 customers, federal tax credits likely reduced next year. Tesla has updated the Model 3 sedan's landing page with a new message about the all-electric sedan and its eligibility for the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act's IRA's federal tax credit. As per the EV maker, reductions to the Model 3's federal tax credit will likely take effect after December 31, 2023. A look at Tesla's landing pages for the S3XY lineup shows that only the Model 3 has the warning about a federal tax credit reduction. The Model Y crossover, another vehicle that qualifies for the IRA's incentives, does not seem to have a similar warning on its landing page as of this video. Tesla did not provide details about why the Model 3 might lose its full IRA incentive starting next year. However, it should be noted that the all-electric sedan's rear-wheel drive version, which is produced at the Fremont factory, uses lithium iron phosphate (LFP) cells, which are from CATL, a China-based battery supplier. If the IRA's regulations are poised to get stricter, the Model 3's LFP battery might result in the vehicle being ineligible for the full tax credit. Tesla, however, appears to be preparing for such a scenario. Reports from March suggested that Tesla is looking to build a battery plant in the United States with CATL. Individuals reportedly familiar with the matter also informed Bloomberg News that Tesla's plans with CATL have been discussed with the White House. If such plans do come to fruition, Tesla would be able to produce batteries for its electric cars on U.S. soil. This should make the company's cars eligible for the federal tax credit, even if they use LFP batteries with technology from CATL. Tesla would not be alone in this setup, as a similar system has been adopted by Ford, which announced that it would be building a battery plant with CATL. Ford would own and operate the factory while licensing the technology from the battery maker. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.